Josh wasn't a bad kid. He just didn't really think about how his words or actions landed. He cracked jokes in the middle of class, talked over people, interrupted teachers, not out of spite, but because he thought he was being clever. In his mind, respect meant saying hi to adults and not swearing in front of teachers. That was it. Then came Mr. Harris, the new literature teacher. He was older, calm, and wore quiet-colored clothes. His presence didn't scream authority, but there was something steady about him. On the first day, Mr. Harris entered the classroom, smiled, and said, "There's only one thing I truly ask from you: respect." Josh rolled his eyes and muttered under his breath, "Here we go again." From the start, Josh kept up his usual ways. He answered questions before they were finished, cut into others' responses with his own opinions. Once, when Mr. Harris asked him to listen to a classmate's answer, Josh said, "Yeah, but my answer's better. Let's not waste time." Mr. Harris didn't argue. He simply nodded and moved on. In the same class sat Ben, quiet, thoughtful, soft-spoken. He took his time before speaking, choosing his words carefully. But most of the time, before Ben could even finish a sentence, Josh would jump in and finish it his way. One day after class, Mr. Harris called out, "Josh, mind staying a minute?" Josh shrugged. "If it's another lecture, I'll pass." Mr. Harris smiled. "Just a question. What do you think respect really means?" Josh replied, "Being polite, not being rude. That's about it, right?" Mr. Harris nodded slowly. "That's a part of it. But real respect is giving someone enough space to be heard, even if you think you already know what they'll say." Josh didn't quite get it. He nodded anyway and left. The next week, something small happened. During a reading assignment, Mr. Harris asked Ben to explain a passage. Before Ben could finish, Josh blurted, "Why are we wasting time? He always hesitates." Silence. Mr. Harris gently closed his book. He walked to the board and wrote, "Respect is letting someone finish, even when you think you can say it better." Josh stared at the words. His face flushed. For once, he stayed quiet. After class, Ben didn't say anything to Josh, just looked at him briefly and walked out. That night, Josh opened his notebook and wrote, "What if I'm the one holding people back?" The next day, when Ben raised his hand, Josh listened, didn't interrupt, let him finish, and afterward said quietly, "Nice answer, Ben." Mr. Harris noticed. He didn't say anything, just smiled. Over the next few weeks, something began to shift. Josh still joked around, still had opinions, but he started waiting. He started noticing the quiet kids, how they looked when they were about to speak, how their hands slightly raised but never quite made it up. He realized respect wasn't about looking good. It was about giving others the room to show up too. One day, Mr. Harris gave the class a writing prompt. Describe a moment when you truly felt respect. Josh hesitated, then wrote about that day in class when he cut off Ben and how Mr. Harris didn't yell, just showed him. He wrote, "I used to think being fast, being loud, being first meant I was smart. But maybe being quiet sometimes means you're wise." A week later, Mr. Harris read parts of the students' reflections aloud. When he reached Josh's, he paused. "This one reminds me of my early teaching years," he said. "I used to think being in charge meant doing most of the talking, but I've learned real leadership, like real respect, means knowing when to step back." After class, Josh walked up to Ben. "Hey, about before, the stuff I said, I'm sorry." Ben smiled. "It's okay. I'm glad you noticed. That means a lot." The lesson. Respect isn't a rule, it's a choice, it's space, it's patience. Real respect is invisible. When you don't interrupt, when you wait, when you look someone in the eye and really hear them, it's in those quiet acts that trust is built, that people grow, and the people who are remembered. They're not always the loudest, but the ones who helped others feel seen.